Okay. Hi, this is different from my other videos, and this is very important to me. So we're just gonna have to talk for a little bit, and I hope you enjoy, because right now, I'm not okay with what I read, and I will show it to you. One of the claims was that Cartoon Network is bringing back live action with the blessing of the audience. Now, I don't know if some of you remember CN Real, which was a segment where they had live action shows on Cartoon Network. Now, do you understand what I just said? They had live action shows on Cartoon Network. Why would you have live action content when your channel is called Cartoon Network? It doesn't make sense to me. And it failed terribly, which was a good thing, because nobody's gonna come to Cartoon Network to watch the next latest live action show. No, we came here for cartoons. If we want live action content, we had to go to Nickelodeon or Disney Channel. Cartoon Network was the only thing that we had that was just purely cartoons. And for them to go back to doing live action, despite what happened those years ago, it's just wow. I think they're gonna learn the hard way yet again, and it's just gonna be more painful and more awkward, and so the next comment doesn't only hurt me, it just makes me sad. Ascheim's data shows that girls will age out of animation earlier than boys, before returning to it as young adults. I can't describe to you how much this enrages me, because whenever it comes to a girl liking something that is traditionally a boy thing, it's certainly a bad thing. Or when a girl does get into something, they're the reason that it's ruined. They did this with Star Wars, they did this with comic books, they did this with anime. Like, the audience wants to blame girls for ruining everything, and it just brings me back to those type of times, or looking at the past cartoons that just had that one singular female character to represent us girls who weren't like that, and it's just her with the pink bow and the girly stuff and pink, and it's just, all of that is just so disgusting. And for you to use that logic that girls, they just don't like cartoons anymore. Like, I'm 21. I freaking love cartoons. I love animation. It is like one of my biggest passions. And I can't believe that this wacko thinks that girls just don't like cartoons and doesn't get back to them when young adults. Like, who? It's just, that really angers me, because, again, I'm sorry, but it's just like, why can't they believe that there are actual girls out there who are my age, even younger, heck, even older, that still love watching a good cartoon once in a while? And I just feel like Cartoon Network is just justifying this because they haven't had like a hit of a cartoon in a very long time. And what I mean by that is that ever since Steven Universe, heck, even other shows before that, they have never really hit the same mark of popularity, if that makes sense. Because I watch Craig of the Creek. It's a very beautiful show, and it's so organic with its material, and I love the feeling I get from watching these kids just being kids. And it's a really good show. Now, I haven't watched the other shows that Cartoon Network has to offer, but it's like, that's the only thing I watch. And I don't have cable either, so I don't really know what's been happening. So to hear this really just makes me upset. And like I said, I feel like they're just not willing to put in the work and making, more cartoons and just creating things nobody really asked for. Like, I saw commercials of this total drama where they do the worst thing. What I hate in animation is make the characters all babies or kids. I can't describe to you how much I want that trope to just die and burn in the pits of hell, because it is so annoying and it doesn't make any sense, because again, it's established that they all met each other at a certain age, they weren't all kids, and it's just so shameless. It's literally shameless, and I'm just so over it. I really am. And again, it's just so funny to me that one of the reasons Young Justice was canceled was, I don't know if this is true or not, but they were surprised that girls were watching it. And it's like, what do you want? What do you want? Do you want people to watch your show, or do you just like want it to be a boys only club? Just say it. Just say it. Just say that you don't think girls can like cartoons. I just don't know what to tell them. Moral of the story, I don't like this. I hate this, actually. So I want these live action shows to tank very badly. I want this to be a really good lesson for Cartoon Network to understand to never do this again. But who knows? And God willing that they have another great animator with a brand new idea that can cause a huge explosion of popularity and fandoms, just like Adventure Time did and just like Regular Show did. Because if it wasn't for those two shows, I think Cartoon Network would not have gone to the success that they did in their time. And it also is important too, because someone like me who dreams to be a voiceover actress in her life, I want to be part of projects that I love doing. I don't want to be in projects that I feel are so basic and base their, approach on statistics and numbers and being in a suit being like, we know what the kids like these days, huh? I was a kid and I like so-and-so. Times have changed, my guy. Kids don't like the same things like you used to. And to genuinely have people who want to tell a story through animation, who want to make another kid out there feel accepted, and to tell a powerful story and not just think about money, toy sales, and God forbid how many girls are watching your show. So yeah, that's the video. I'm not gonna really do stuff like this. It's just because it takes a lot of time for me to edit, and I knew if I was gonna edit this all together and put music and find footage, this was gonna take longer and it wouldn't be involved for the conversation. And I hope that's fine. I would like to hear your opinions on this. Bonus, if you're a girl who's very outraged about this, just like me. If you're a guy that also is outraged too, please do. But like, again, I'm more upset the fact that they said girls age out of animation faster than boys. That really made me angry. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go, and you have a wonderful day, and I'm signing off.